Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery in BL tonight. First up, GraceKennedy. We're going to talk about them twice tonight, their earnings and a dividend. In this case, declaring a dividend here, and it's a good one, an interim dividend. Jamaican 48 cents per share was declared, and the resolutions passed on March 1st, 2022 this year. They're going to be paid on April 8th, 2022 as well. Now, one of Jamaica's other leading conglomerates, PanJam Investment Limited, dividend payments here. An advisory by PanJam. Notice key phrase there, dividend payments. It's an ordinary dividend and a special dividend. Interim dividend, 28.5 cents per share, payable the end of March, and a special dividend. We like that on Business Live, 35 cents Jamaican per share, payable the 29th of April of this year as well. Now get into some earnings reports. They're coming out hot and heavy on the JSE, Jamaica Stock Exchange again. Kingston Wharves Limited, KW ticker symbol for the year end 2021. Earnings jumping not by 10, 20, 30%, but 43% here. Kingston Wharves Limited, simply put, just flying. Huge earnings jump for 2021, and these are the year-end audited numbers, December 31st of last year. Earnings per share hitting Jamaican $2.24 for 2021 versus Jamaican $1.57 for 2020. Net profit over $3 billion, $3.25 billion. Revenue grew also $8.67 billion versus $7.13 billion year over year. Nice numbers showing that growth in logistics and shipping by KW. Now, cash and short-term investments even more improving, and incredible sizable increase ending the end of the year, approximately $9.5 billion in cash and short-term investments. Talk about KW could be doing deals, they could be doing capex, growing organically, inorganically. I mean, KW has a huge upside here, or just lots of stuff that they could be doing to grow the business even more. Now, Victoria Mutual Investments Limited, VMIL, improving earnings for 2021 by 31%. So look at these earnings reports, just so much double-digit growth here across the board. Financial services, logistics, manufacturing. In this case, Victoria Mutual Investments, this is for the year end 2021. Audited numbers as well, reflecting earnings per share improving to 38 cents versus 29 cents. Net profit for 2021 was $564 million. VMIL finally starting to break out here. Total equity did close a bit lower because of the investment revaluation reserve. You see that with some financial companies. Total equity ended $4.05 billion due to a decline in that line item investment revaluation reserve for the year. Last up, we're going to take you back to GraceKennedy, the conglomerate GK, powering up here and growing earnings also by a whopping 32% for last year. GraceKennedy looking like a unicorn here. Nice, the food and ketchup king, growing like what we thought it should be a couple of years ago, but like a unicorn here, getting 32%, no longer 10%, let's say 12% or some type of inflation adjusted returns, but 32% for Grace. Looking not like a conglomerate, but like a unicorn here. Now, this is for December 31st, 2021, eclipsing Jamaican 8 per share in earnings, hitting 827, big time number, versus 628 for 2020 in EPS. Net profit, $8.94 billion. Clearly, they're heading to that $10 billion mark, a milestone there. They're probably going to talk about that more in their management discussion analysis, their earnings reviews, their earnings, let's say, not estimates, but earnings reviews, and so forth. Now, revenues improved to $129.3 billion from $115.4 billion, improvement of 12%. When you see GK getting that top line growing by more than 10% also, not just the earnings by 32%, but the top line by more than 10%, that's a good look. I'm Mark Croskery. This is Business Live.